growing up, my brother and I hardly went a day without fighting. But there was one period of time that we went close to almost a whole week without fighting. So in sixth grade, I'd gone to see my friend in Florida, so I was gone over a week. So when I came back, it was almost as if we actually missed each other. The things that once bothered us, they didn't seem to matter for the time being. Now, prior to this, any little thing that either one of us said or did was taken to an extreme, as we were just looking for any reason to be offended by the other. On this one occasion, however, we were actually slow to anger and hospitable with one another. And so on this one occasion, however, we eventually we did get upset with each other, but we had this saying that one of us would often express to the other after we had fought. And it was simply this: let's be friends. Now, this was our attempt to be at peace with one another in spite of whatever drama had just taken place. Now, that was a risk because you never knew how the other one would respond to "let's be friends." Because if the other one was really ticked at the other, we would say, no way. Now, as immature as we were, we recognized that one of us had to take the risk that our invitation for peace might be rejected. But it was a risk worth taking. And so let's turn to Romans 12 and see this very principle playing out for us. We are going to be challenged and hopefully convicted by these clear words that will perhaps lead us to take a risk to extend an invitation to peace to someone. So we're going to read Romans 12, 17 to 19. Do not repay evil for evil. Be careful to do what is right in the eyes of everyone. This is the key verse. If it is possible, as far as it depends on you, live at peace with everyone. Do not take revenge, my dear friends, but leave room for God's wrath, for it is written, "It is mine to avenge, I will repay," says the Lord. So chapter 12 begins with the words, therefore. So after 11 chapters of heavy, weighty doctrine, Paul now shifts the tone of the letter to basically say, okay, in light of all these amazing truths I have just laid out for you in the first 11 chapters, here is your proper response. And one of those proper responses is to live peaceably with all people, if at all possible. Now, we seem to be living in a time where people being at peace with one another is becoming less and less common. Similarly, to my relationship with my brother growing up, it seems that often people are just waiting to jump down one another's neck, to assume the worst about others' motives, and as a result, relationships are deteriorating. We are called to actively pursue peace with all. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean we have to fully agree on everything, nor does it mean we ever need to compromise our biblical convictions. But it does mean we need to take time to risk possible rejection by saying, let's be friends. Let's talk. Let me listen to you. Our hesitancy can be that we assume that we know how someone will respond, and therefore we remain passive and never take that step. Now, this verse does imply that there will be times where the invitation for peace, it will be rejected and it won't be possible. But let's only have that be the case after we have genuinely tried to live at peace with all people. And so I just want to leave you with this question. Who do you need to make an invitation of peace to?